Oh, hi everybody, this is another In the Bed review. Right now I'm showing to everybody my Losi XXXT. This is the first version of the Losi XXXT, and it was converted into a short course truck with the CRC conversion kit. And let me just take the body off. This is the body of this is the J Comset Bayard body. So let me just remove it. And as you can see, pretty much other than the rims and the tires, it doesn't look that different from the regular truck. But if we take a closer look, we can see that this vehicle got a different front body mount, and it's a graphite plate, and it comes with I think they look like Parma body posts on the front. This particular body mount, for you to install it, you have to drill 3 holes in the front bulkhead, and that's the only way you can install this thing according to the instructions. The other thing that I did is the kit came with the desert truck front and rear bumper. The rear bumper acts like a body mount too, so you can see you got more body poles in the back. But what really makes the trick on this is that this truck got between the rear suspension and the main chassis, you got like 2 graphite plates, and the graphite plates there will extend the wheelbase of the truck like around 1 3/4 inches, and that's what makes the truck longer and can allow the truck to use short course bodies. If you see below, you can see the extra plate. It's right mounted with the T plate is supposed to be. That's the T plate over there. Okay. Other than the basic conversion that I put in this truck, I did some other minor adjustments and modifications in this truck so it can be more competitive. One of the things that I did is the rear shocks and the front shocks. I've replaced the shock bodies, and I put the threaded shock bodies. Since this truck is the first version of the XXXT, it came with the old smooth surface shocks that comes with little adjustable clamps, and that's not good. You need it takes longer to adjust the springs, and the way to go is having threaded shock body. So that's why I replaced it. But other than that, pretty much the shock is stock. And I did also put new shock O-rings, seals, all around. All the modification that I did on this truck is I put the Valenian speed control. I have this speed control as a spare speed control, but it's really great. You got the lipo cut off, it's waterproof and everything. It's not like I'm planning to run this truck on puddles or anything like that. I did install the cooling fan too. This is an option for the Valenian speed controls. It can run on 2 or 3 cells, and the nice thing is you can see this black cable that's coming from the front. That's the sensor cable, so it's designed to work with sensor or sensorless speed control motors. So that's a great feature, but I'm planning eventually to replace this with the Mamba Pro speed control, because you got all the adjustability that you can do on the PC, on your computer. So that's why I'm planning to replace it. Another modification that I did on this is I put the launch for umbilicals all around in the front and in the rear, and I also installed the launch for hinge pins that are also made in titanium, and that adds strength to the truck. And honestly, this truck, the turnbuckles that came from the factory, they were really lame. They were really, really thin. and some of them that were bent. So, you know, I bought this truck used on eBay for $100. So it was needing some, you know, some work in it, so it can get, some work to replace some parts or freshen up some parts so the truck can be more competitive. Another minor modification that I did on this truck is that I installed the RPM gear cover, and I also put RPMs all around the little bull cups. They are stronger than the stock ones, and they are, you know, less likely to pop for the ball pins. So that's the way to go, and you know, they'll match the all in blue and color. The motor that I'm using on this truck is the Novak Ballistic 17.5. This motor that I use on the 17.5 class, and it's a pretty, you know, fast motor. It got a lot of torque. I used this motor on my previous short course. That was my Slash dual drive, and it gave me, you know, it put me on the winning circle almost all the time. So it's a pretty decent motor. I really like it, the way it performs. The battery that I use in this truck, this is one of the batteries that I use in this truck. I got other batteries, but this is the best one that I have. I use this battery only on the main race. This is a 4200 max amp. The nice thing about this battery, even in the mini amps that are not that high, the best feature is that the battery is 70C. So it will make the vehicle a little bit quicker, a little bit responsive, because it got a great discharge rate. It's 70C, so it's a killer battery, and it's really expensive too. I pay $150 for it. You know, it was a lot of money, but it was worth it. The servo that I'm using on this truck is the you can barely see it, but it's the Futaba 9451. This high-speed Metal Gear servo, digital servo. It's really great, and I love Futaba servos. I have Futaba servos in all my vehicles, and they never let me down, and they really perform well. You know, so that's why I decided to use the Futaba servo here. It's not a brushless servo, but it's pretty good, so I got no complaints about it. I got also transponder over here. You know, it makes personal transponder, makes your life easier. You don't have to be back and forth, you know, every time you finish your heats, or you know, and be bothered that you have to bring the house transponder back. You know, it costs $100. I know it's expensive, you know, but I'm telling you, you know, it really makes your life easier to have a personal transponder. So this is it. This is pretty much what I got on this truck. The final thing that I'm going to review is the tires and the rims. When you do this particular conversion, you have to use the rims and tires for the SC10. That's the only ones that they fit, since this particular truck it doesn't use hexes. It uses the pin in the back, and the rims in the front, they use the ball bearings. They go mounted the rims. So these are the only rims that they're going to fit. Now, right now I got the Gate Concept rims, but you can use all the associated SC10, or you can use the Proline's B-Locks for the SC10. So any SC10 rim will fit over here, so I decided to use these ones. They look cool. And I got the Proline calipers. I use these tires in all my short course, and actually I use in all my vehicles. And in my opinion, it's one of the best tires out there. And just to finish the video, everything is controlled in this truck with my Futaba 4PK. It's a little bit pricey, the radio, but it really performs. It doesn't give you the issues that you normally get with the Spectrum radio. And you know, it's $450, but you really, you know, get for what you pay. So thanks for everything, everybody, and please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you got any questions about this particular conversion, please leave the comments, you know, in the section below. So thanks, everybody, and have a good one. Bye.